Welcome everyone, my name is Marjorie. I'm participating in the Keep It Simple Sunday Challenge hosted every month by Melissa from Melissa Makes It DIY, and her special co-host for this month is Brenda from Rustic and Lace DIY. Please check out the description box below for the playlist and go check everyone out. So today, as you can tell by the thumbnail, I am making a mail topper for one of my customers, Mardi Gras. I've got this 21-inch Deco Mesh in green and a 10-inch Deco Mesh in purple, both from Hobby Lobby. Now this work rail is from Craft Outlet. It comes without the chenille stems, and I just added those on there. If you do happen to go when you want to make one of these, go to Craft Outlet. They do have some that actually have the little tinsels on there already. So I gather the end of the 21-inch Deco Mesh and I measure out 6 inches for a 6-inch tail, and I just add that into the first chenille stem. From that first chenille stem, I measure out 10 inches and add that 10-inch mark into the second chenille stem, and I continue to go that route the entire length of this side of the rail. Now I will do the same process for the other side of the rail as well. And once I get to the last chenille stem, I measure out yet another 6-inch for the tail, and you could actually leave whatever length you want. So with the Deco Mesh, I'm doing a cruffle method where you curl both ends and then you kind of walk your fingers up the middle, and it provides a curl on both ends, and then walking your fingers up gives you a ruffle. Now it's great for Deco Mesh where especially when it frays a lot, because you kind of hide those ends that fray a lot. And there's some Deco Mesh that is thinner than others and tends to fray more than others, and this particular one is that type. So definitely this is a great method to use. Now I did just take and measure out the 360 inches from the roll of Deco Mesh and then just divided it by the 12 chenille stems, and that's what I cut my ruffles to, and they were that's 30 inches each. So I like to use up all my mesh on a roll where I don't really need it for another project, because I don't like leaving scraps down or scraps laying around and stuff like that. So I've got these 3 different 2.5-inch wired ribbon. The first one that I laid down was a gold one that is from Michael's after Christmas clearance. Then there's the Jester shoes from Craft Outlet, and then this, I think they're called the LaFleur, the gold and black ribbon, that is also from Craft Outlet. So all I'm doing is just measuring out. I initially measured out like an 8-inch tail of the ribbon, and I'm basically putting the ribbon in like I did the Deco Mesh. Although I didn't measure out 10 inches, I just measured out enough to where it would be good enough to be able to spread out like this and stuff. So after I've cut the 8 inches on the other side, I go ahead and dovetail the ends of all the ribbons on both sides, and then again I do the same method on the other side. But as you see, as I fluffed out those ribbons, I kind of alternated the top going from the left to the next one going to the right, and just kind of alternating it. You don't have to if you don't want to, but that's something I chose to do. Now I'm creating my center bow. I actually do end up making 3 bows for this, but I'm going to create my center bow, which is going to be the biggest one. And I'm basically just measuring out like I think it's 10-inch tails, and then about a 6.5 to 7-inch loop. And again, I normally don't make the bows that big, but when I do a mailbox topper, I always do make sure that the center loop that I create is the center bow that I create is rather large. And then I'm just alternating. Now I got that black ribbon from Dollar Tree and I actually like it. I like it a lot. It does kind of have like some webbing effect. I think maybe it was around Halloween, but it really doesn't look Halloweenish in this. I think it went together very well. So I continue to add my ribbons, and I think I'll go ahead and do 2 sets of each on this one, and then that way I had enough of the ribbons to create for my other 2 bows that I end up putting on the ends of the rails. Now, if you haven't gotten a bow maker, get one. It's a very good investment, and I will say I've done a lot of research as far as where to buy them and stuff, and I actually bought mine from Deco Exchange. I love watching their videos. They're a wreath making company and they have a lot of good products. I think I actually bought this bow maker, I want to say I got it for like $16 when it was on sale, but I think originally it's like 20 bucks. So it's pretty cheap. It's cheaper than the ones that I've seen on Amazon. So if you think you'd ever like to get something or you like to make bows, this is very easy and efficient. It really saves your hands. I have arthritis in my hands, and this has really been a game changer for me because I don't really feel the effects of my arthritis after I've made several wreaths and stuff. So I suggest you go ahead and try one. It's definitely worth the money. So here again, I just finished my bow and I just attached a pipe cleaner. I didn't add that. I took that part out, sorry. But here I am, before I even fluff it, I'm taking it and putting it in the middle of my mailbox topper. And I just attach the chenille stems. I wrap them around 2 of the rails really good. And then here I am just fluffing out my bows. Now I will say, I do tend to go a little bit longer on the tails. Excuse me. I do like to give a little bit longer length on the tails, and that is because I've learned from past mistakes that it's easier to cut the excess ribbon off than it is to add the length. So I've done that before where I've thought the tails were long enough, but when it came to the final product, I didn't really like it. So I do tend to cut a little bit more. I try not to cut too much more. I still try to be efficient with my craft supplies, but definitely adding is a lot worse than just cutting some off. So here I got these really super cute masks. There's 4 different ones, and I got them from the Dollar Tree, surprisingly enough. And they're really super cute. They have them every year. And I just take my little clip. Oh, I can't think of the name of it right now. The little clip, and I add it to each mask, and I attach this chenille stem to it, and then I add them to the wreath. So here's the final product. Yeah, it's not wrapped around my mailbox very good. It's pretty cold out this morning, and I was just trying to get it on there. But I really love how it turned out, and I hope you guys like it as well. So if you like this video, please think about subscribing. Leave me a comment and a like below. And I thank you for stopping by. You guys have a very blessed day.